flying saucer. A peculiar photo that comes from California features a classic saucer-shaped UFO. Now, to be honest, whenever I see pictures or videos like this, I straight away ignore them. But then I remember something important. You see, we always ask ourselves this question: how come we never see clear pictures? It's either blurry or either grainy. However, when we do get clear pictures, we end up calling it either a hoax CGI or a complete fake. Which is why I gave this photo a second thought and did a deep research on it. So let's take a look at it once again. This photo was uploaded to Reddit, and even though the source is unknown, the story goes that an 85-year-old man looked through the window from his balcony, and to his surprise, he spotted what appeared to be a mysterious flying disc-like object with red glowing lights. Now, once again, without a source, there is no evidence of it. As nowadays, especially with the advancements in AI image generation, simply having a clear picture is not enough to be considered proof. It's crucial to rely on trustworthy sources, like the military for instance, to support the authenticity of the information. However, one Redditor commented, "I don't believe it's an AI generation. I've been trying for years in Photoshop, Blender, and After Effects to convey what I saw. Nothing has made me as uneasy as looking at this." Now, flying saucer photos most of the time give you signs of fabricated events. However, if you remember the Turkey Kumburgaz UFO incident that was captured twice during 2008 and 2009, which we already discussed in one of our videos in our channel, showcases a remarkable flying saucer with two non-human beings inside the spacecraft, is believed to be one of the most compelling cases and evidence of extraterrestrial activities in the history of UFO encounters. This incident was recognized by popular UFO experts and organizations. So capturing a flying saucer doesn't necessarily mean that it is fake or something like that, which is why this photo here has even skeptics questioning about its mystery. You see, after all, an 85-year-old man was capturing this object. So generally, he couldn't think of doing a video right off the bat. The best he thought to do was to capture a photo of it. But since there is no proper metadata and no reliable source, this photo still remains a mystery. And that's exactly what makes it more compelling. Since we can't verify this photo is real, we can't possibly prove that this is fake either. And some truly believe this photo to be the real deal. One social media user commented, "Without having access to the original photo is really hard to tell, but without any details as to where and when it was taken and by whom it seems suspect right off the bat. That being said, with the lighting conditions in the photo, it would be possible to capture such an image with a decent camera or high-end cell phone camera. It's a real shame that it can't be verified because it's a good shot, but given there's no detail and no metadata, it should be classed as a fake until more corroborating evidence surfaces." So, what do you think the old man captured in the sky from his balcony? Was it truly an extraterrestrial aircraft? Or was it all just a really well-planned, fabricated hoax? You decide. Halo UFO. On September 1, 2017, in the quiet town of Salento, Italy, a mysterious video surfaced online, recorded by Lucio Margiotta, a music teacher at the Music Academy of Salento, took the internet by storm. A video surfaced, the footage taken on the evening at approximately 7:38 p.m. local time, showcases an enigmatic, bright green spherical object hovering in the night sky. Let's take a look at the video. If you look carefully, you can see that the luminous white spherical object's shape, size, and color continuously keep shifting. After hovering for around 4 minutes, something remarkable gets caught in the camera. The object transforms into a vivid green ring, almost like a smoke ring, before abruptly splitting into two and disappearing. Lucio Margiotta, the witness, expressed his excitement on Facebook, calling it a UFO sighting, and admitting that he didn't know what to call it, but it was very strange. As the video circulated, opinions on its authenticity and origin completely diverged. Some speculate that the peculiar rings, as shown in the footage, could be due to autofocus distortion, suggesting a natural explanation for the incident. They believe that the smartphone's autofocus mechanism may have misinterpreted the object's appearance, creating optical distortions that manifest or look like rings. However, those who believe in extraterrestrial stuff argue against this interpretation and claim that the video is 100% real, and we are truly being watched over by otherworldly beings. The eyewitness Lucio Margiotta also claimed that he hasn't messed with the video, and the footage is completely raw, unaltered, and shot at maximum zoom without any sort of enhancements. While autofocus distortion seems like a reasonable explanation, people who doubt this video did have a hard time explaining the changes in the object, like its sudden splitting into two parts, mysteriously vanishing of the green rings, continuous shift in its color. All these things point to something that we are currently not aware of. Experts suggest that this was a meteor. However, when you look at the overall appearance and the way it moves, it hardly matches any characteristics of a meteor. First of all, there is no trail, which often seems to accompany a meteor when passing by. Next, a meteor follows a straight trajectory and continuously keeps moving on the path, but the object shown in this video seems to hover in the sky almost at one certain point, moving around few inches or so. Moreover, the clear, green ring-like appearance seems to completely defy the norms of a known meteor. So, if it wasn't a meteor, what exactly is it then? Let me know down in the comments below. UFO with strings. In a small town in Brazil, an ordinary day took an extraordinary turn when a curious resident captured a mysterious sight in the sky. The excitement in his voice was palpable as he pulled out his phone to document the peculiar phenomenon. Little did he know this would spark a series of events that would captivate the entire town. Take a look. At first, we can see a paraglider with a parachute coming down from the sky. But after a few seconds into the video, a mysterious white object seemed to be hovering just below the paraglider, with some really weird things rotating and circling around it. Let me slow it down and take a look once again. What's even more compelling is that the person who was recording it actually confirmed it with the paraglider, asking him whether or not he actually saw it with his own eyes. To his surprise, the paraglider replied that he also saw it, and the object had some really weird strings moving all around it. Rather than keeping the peculiar sighting to himself, the man decided to share his video online. The mysterious sighting didn't go unnoticed by local reporters and experts. One expert commented, "It's intriguing. Could be a rare phenomenon or something else entirely." But despite the plethora of theories, the white object with moving strings remains a mystery. Mysterious hovering craft. A family vacation in Scottish Highlands took an unexpected turn for the Betts family as their holiday snapshots would become the center of a mysterious phenomenon that would leave them baffled and intrigued. Alan Betts, a self-proclaimed skeptic when it comes to unidentified flying objects, found himself facing something that challenged his rational mind. A photograph taken by Anna's mother, Tatiana, capturing a seemingly ordinary moment by Loch Ness. Upon closer inspection of the photo, two disc-shaped objects appeared, hovering mysteriously above the iconic Loch Ness. Alan, known for his logical thinking, couldn't find a plausible explanation for the unusual white shapes that seemed to defy the ordinary. Back home in York, the Betts family pored over their vacation memories, attempting to demystify the peculiar photo. Alan, normally quick to dismiss UFO claims, couldn't shake off the intrigue these unidentified flying objects brought to their holiday recollections. Alan said, "After the holiday, we were looking through the pictures on our PC as they were taken on a digital camera. On the PC screen, the resolution was better, and then we saw the objects when we zoomed in. We were in shock. I can't offer any logical explanation. I am probably one of the most skeptical people you could find about things like this, but I just can't explain what it is. I know what it looks like, though." So, what could these mysterious objects be? One possibility is that these objects are merely lens flares or reflections, common photographic anomalies that can create illusions in pictures, especially when capturing images against the sunlight. However, upon careful analysis, experts noted that the positioning of the objects and their distinct, disc-like shapes make it challenging to attribute them to typical lens flares or reflections. No records of drone activity were reported in the vicinity during the time the photograph was taken, leaving the Betts family and experts alike with more questions than answers. So, if it wasn't a drone or flares or reflection of light, what exactly is it then? Is it a natural phenomenon that we are not aware of? Or is it something out of this world that seems to be keeping an eye on the Scottish Highlands? You decide. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoy genuine UFO encounters, check out this playlist and watch all compelling UFO sightings. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications to get notified for future upcoming UFO videos.